notification via your gadgets rather than from the phone itself. Why we have to use the gadgets? Because on one hand, I can free myself from the phone. Sometimes I can be far away from the phone. I do not need to carry my phone all the time on my hand or in my pocket, and that will be sometimes inconvenient, especially when I'm doing exercise or something. And on the other hand, I don't want to keep my ringer on. I would always have the silent mode on my phone here, press the mechanical button here, the switch off the ringer. Why? Because there are so many junk calls that just don't want to listen to them. If I keep it on, they will be a bit annoying if I ignore the ringing, and I found that the numbers are actually from junk calls. And the other hand, that I'm a street photographer. I like to take photographs on the street, on the joys of the joy of the playing children, and also maybe during some of the celebrations, the expression of the people on the face, the happiness and so on, the excitement and so on. And I don't want to get them noticed that I'm taking photographs using my iPhone. You can look at my playlist of street photographs, and then I have a lot of photographs using my iPhone on the streets, where the people have the facial expression, excitement, happiness, so on, without not being noticed, without my photographing being noticed. So, but with all these things off, how can I get a notification such as the incoming calls, emails, WhatsApp, and so on? Then I can use my gadgets. Normally, I'm wearing a watch. Of course, you can think about Apple Watch, but that is expensive, and also the size is a bit bigger. And we have many health bands that are much smaller, and they can have a very good function on monitoring your heart rate and also the sleep pattern and so on. And so these are the things that will be ideal for getting the notifications while you are somewhat away from your maybe 2 meters away from the phone. Then you can still get a notification without any sound, just by a tiny vibration on your wrist. And that would be ideal, I think. And now I'm introducing two of them. One is called a Fitbit. Then go to the app library. Here, library. Of course, you can find the icon here, but I love to type in. I just don't want to search. Then get a Fitbit. And you go to your own icon, the user icons here, and then come to the now the model called Blaze. It's a very old model. I think it's the first model, and now already discontinued, but I'm still using the practice here. And actually, for other newer models, they have the same software basically. Then you come to notifications here. Now, that's very important that when you first buy, first have this watch bought, you don't have the notification on the list. It will be all blank. Sorry, you have the call tag calendar, of course. They turn it on, all turn it on, and then this app notifications are blank. But after using for a certain while, then you would have the notification fill in. Okay, then you can pick your notifications here. For example, I got a BBC News, or you may turn off and keep only one news on, CNN News, and Duolingo maybe can remind you about the learning language, or you can turn it off because I already turned that into my own habit, daily habit. I don't need notification anymore. But email, you must turn it on. And then the notification would be transferred from the phone to your watch, and then you can see the notification. You can feel it, the tiny vibration, and also you can see the notifications. For some models, you can even reply, but for my own model, I don't think they have the ability to reply. but it's receiving is good. Then I can just come to fetch my phone, and then I can reply on the phone. Okay, that is the first one, and the second one, it's called. I have another phone, and it's called a Timex Smart. Timex Smart. This one are the same thing. You go to the model here, the model My Ironman. You practice here, and it no so you can just take on the incoming call whenever it's call coming in, and then your phone and your watch will have some vibration, and then you can attend to the calls on your phone. And then it's not call notification. The final notification is there's no, not this one. It's called app alert. Okay, app alert. Then you can have the connection of the watch itself, because when they're out of battery, then it will inform you. So it's good to turn on. WeChat, WhatsApp, Facebook. Okay, but I don't use Facebook too much, so I turn it off. Instagram, you may turn it on. Twitter, YouTube. Okay, because YouTube may have that some of the channels, your favorite channels, your channels on with notification. Then it can also transfer it to your watch. Okay, that's it. And there are two things, two watches that I can have notification out of the phone. Okay, thank you for listening, and sorry again for my English not very fluent, but I will practice more. Basically, I'm a native Cantonese, and but I like to speak English. I like to practice, and also I like to share my experience in technology, photography, and so on. If you like my channel, please give me some encouragement. If no, you can give me some comments, and I will